Chapter 2006. She thought to herself, 100 for a slap, this is far more profitable than working all day. Suppressing the excitement in her heart, Mrs. Richards said calmly, all right then, we'll forget about it. But remember this, when you go out, don't look down on people. The woman nodded respectfully, don't worry, I'll remember that. When Mrs. Richard arrived home, she was carrying 204 large plastic bags. The aroma of food filled the house. The three cooks were Brabus and the others. They had worked as cleaners in the supermarket that day, earning 120 each, 3 people totaling 360. For many people, 360 would barely cover a restaurant meal. But if spent carefully, it could still make for a hearty homemade feast. Brabus and her companions were all from the countryside and very down-to-earth. After a tiring day, they wanted to reward themselves with some good food. So, they bought 2 caddies of pork, some potatoes, beans, and vermicelli from the vegetable market, and went straight home to make a big stew. Although the cost of the stew was less than 100, the portion was generous, and the rich scent of braised pork filled the house, overpowering even the kitchen's range hood. What was worse, or perhaps funnier, was that Brabus deliberately turned off the range hood once the stew began to simmer, then opened the kitchen door wide to let the aroma spread farther through the house. For Michael and Harold upstairs, this was pure torture. That kind of stew, simple, meaty, and rich, was the kind of dish that could make anyone's mouth water. And since Michael and Harold were already starving, their senses were heightened to the extreme. Even a trace of that fragrance was enough to drive them mad. They thought the meal was being cooked at home and were eagerly waiting to eat, but when they asked Lucy, they learned that the delicious food wasn't theirs, it was being made by the 3 new tenants. That realization filled the father and son with despair. Olivia and Lucy were just as devastated. At that moment, Mrs. Richard came in with a dark expression. As soon as she stepped through the door, she snapped, those 3 country women are really presumptuous. There's a dining table in the restaurant, yet they went and ate at the coffee table. Do they really think this place is their home? Seeing her, Olivia rushed forward in excitement. Grandma, you're finally back. We're starving. We were waiting for you to bring food. Harold cried out too, Grandma, I'm so hungry. If I don't eat soon, I'll starve to death. Mrs. Richard sighed, handed the 4 plastic bags in her hand to Olivia, and said, this is for you. Go get some dishes and eat quickly. The Richard family didn't care where the food had come from, they were too hungry to question it. They just wanted to eat. Olivia beamed. Grandma, I'll get the plates from the kitchen right now. Lucy, equally thrilled, said, you can't finish it alone, I'll help you. But Mrs. Richards suddenly snapped coldly, Lucy, stop. You're not allowed to eat the food I brought back.